Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and when watching this, welcome to new vlog. In case you're wondering where the hell am I, just heading for a short breakfast ride with Arun. If you remember, my trainer friend, there he is. Also we got some company. Hey, did I keep you waiting? Hi, did I keep you waiting?
Bit.
Oh,
I was irritated. Like I could have slept half an hour.
sorry yaar.
Chill.
Let's go. You got the end can or the entire full system? No, I see only the end can.
No. Just that is quite loud.
This is the best paint scheme that they did on the Hyper.
Yeah. I don't like the SP.
The RVE is good.
इसको भी बोल. Don't keep your bike here. बस आ जाएगा. He was offended by the fact that there was no ice cream store here.
सुबह
The showroom, there is no ice cream store here.
इतने सुबह नहीं मिलेगा.
Where do you get this repaired? Yeah.
Repaired.
Hero 5 है.
Oh, sweet. Hope no one stopped you yet. So we have Arun's friend joining with us on the MT-03. That's a new one too. We got a collection of a Multistrada Pikes Peak, a Hypermotard 950 RVE, and then an MT-03. The other two bikes are something I never rode till now. Hey, look at the sunrise at the background. Lovely. And I can hear that Hypermotard exhaust till here. And that's loud. The entry to Nanded highway is done. This was not done last time. This just makes it safer because previously we used to cross underneath the road and go. Nice. And this is one of the nicest, cleanest, safest highways you can find around Hyderabad. Damn, I love my Ducati, man. This goes is bonkers, and the weather is perfect. Slightly foggy, so you just need to be careful, but nice cool weather at the outskirts of Hyderabad. And when I noticed on the map, this route actually goes quite far, not till Nanded. I think 80 kilometers before Nanded is when it has a single lane, but till then it's a 4-lane road. Man, I have to admit, that bike looks dope. That bike gets the hooligan out of you. So one needs to be extremely cautious with how the rev. Every time I roll the throttle on this bike, I just fall in love. Mamma mia. Is there anything I should say? I just have no words. Just have to probably check my fuel range. Exhaust note. Interesting. Lot of solar panels. Time to try the Hypermotard. Whew, this is the first time. That's loud. And the riding posture is something else. I feel like I'm sitting on top of not just a motorcycle but on top of a car or something. It's so tall. I think the ride height is what, 860 mm or something. I think one needs to get used to the riding posture because it's a very short bike. I mean, this portion is very short and you feel like you're sitting here. It feels like that stunt bike. But it takes speed like this. fun out of this experience. This is mostly like a street hooligan bike. Think of it like a Duke on steroids. I think this will be a great bike in the city because you're sitting on the top of the traffic most of the time and it's pretty nimble. Yeah! I think in the city that exhaust note might be fun, but on the highway not so much. Suspension is pretty sporty. In terms of engine, I think this has 110 horsepower and 80 Nm of torque if I'm not wrong. In sports mode, the throttle response is just sweet. The brakes, you can't go wrong with Ducati brakes most of the time. The ride is on the stiff side, but that's the nature of this bike. It wants you to be the hooligan on the road. And now, time to try the MT-03. Whew. Sweet but loud. So this is the first time I'm riding the MT-03. Man, this feels so low, so soft and comfortable coming from the Hypermotard. Damn, just the difference in terms of the exhaust note, the refinement, the size, the proportions. It's a naked, the wind blast is still the same, but just the smoothness, the sound. But this is the first time I'm riding the 300cc engine of the Yamaha and not bad so far. Throttle response is smooth and linear. It's not sharp like my RC390. I am feeling a bit of vibrations around 8000 RPM in the handlebar. But besides that, this bike is smooth. I can't say anything beyond that. I can't tell you the top speed, but for a 300cc compared to the RC390, the top speed on this is less by at least 10 kilometers per hour. I think the best speed to be on this motorcycle is around 110, 120. Very easy going, comfortable. And the best bit about most of the Japs are the way these bikes pull at low speeds. Let me show you how tractable this is. 40, I think that's the lowest one can go. But one thing I'll give it to this bike, it's the suspension, the ride quality. I don't know about the handling because we've been riding on straight highways, but in terms of ride, this is pretty comfortable, guys. In case you're wondering how come I had to interrupt that video, the GoPro died. I didn't realize how much I was shooting with both the GoPros. In fact, the other GoPro, which I used to do some tracking and motion shots, was not positioned correctly. So sorry for that. But yeah, that was a very short, sweet breakfast ride with 3 really interesting motorcycles across different classes. We had a 300cc, a 950cc and a 1200. I obviously love my Pikes Peak, but it was a great experience riding the Hypermotard 950 for the first time. And man, it has a character, it has a hooligan nature in it, and give it a small go-kart track and I think that will be so much fun. I think that would make for a great bike at Chicane in Hyderabad. It might be too powerful. We need a slightly bigger track than Chicane and I think that would be great. Besides that, as I said, in the city that would be a hoot to ride. And coming to the MT-03, it was such a contrasting bike to the other 2 big bikes, but I think it was good to have an experience of the MT-03, especially the 321cc engine that I've been... In fact, when I was looking for track bikes, the old R3 was top on the list, but it's just that I heard it's hard to get. People are quoting very high prices, at least back then. Now it's going to be much higher, because the new one's what, 5 lakhs or something? 6 lakhs at least. And this one costs around 6 lakhs too. For a 300cc, that's just bonkers. Anyway, keeping the price aside, It's just that this is an engine that I wanted to experience, and I think it's very refined, smooth, linear. I think there is a brilliant city bike with occasional touring, but it's just that for 6 lakhs, I think the MT-03 is a good first bike if the price was right to begin with. At this price, I wouldn't recommend that at all. Unless you're like, you have the money, you want Yamaha's reliability, then yeah, you can go for the MT-03. And R3 for track, now it's a generation old and expensive, as I mentioned. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the breakfast ride. And the point of breakfast rides is to experience multiple different bikes, take your bikes out for a spin, have fun. And this is just a filler in terms of the big rides. I wanted to do a big ride in April. It's just that end of March, have to look at the budgets, and I've been spending a lot over the last 3-4 months with be it the track sessions or the last October ride to the mountains. And also been traveling with my wife. So just thought, let me push the bike trip that was supposed to happen in April to maybe June, July. Besides that, you might have one more video this week regarding my recent Delhi trip to the Harley or Hero factory. If you're excited to know my first ride impressions, make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell icon. I know these are slightly different videos than what I promised before. These are mostly content that I want to quickly get out of the folders that I have, because I'm still working on the track video, and that's going to be a special edit, and that's taking time, but I'm sure it's going to be worth it. Chalo, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and in case you're watching this night time, have a good night and take care. Bye bye.